Hey, it's Andrew. I just want to talk about a couple computer things. I don't know much about computers other than how to use them, like game wise. You know, I can like kill people online, but that's not what we're talking about. I'm just gonna mention a few things um, that you may want to take note of when you're either building a computer or looking to repair your computer, or like if you want to fix it yourself or something. Um, First of all, clocks. Uh, they measure microprocessors as a metronome, like hertz. Um, this is all in the microprocessor or used with attachments. RAM is obvious for most people that know is memory. Um, Low memory, no point in a fast microprocessor, or vice versa. Fast microprocessor, no point in low memory. You kind of want to match them up because memory is like downloadable space that like it uses to function, but at the same time, you can keep documents on it or like upload a document to it and then delete the the install drives, basically. Um, the hard drive is a mass storage CPU data. Um, you get a computer with only OS. I forget what that stands for, but just type in hard drive OS on software on whatever. The option to have a hard drive or flash memory favorable for faster working flash memory is, but it conflicts with software, so it could freeze where a hard drive could conform to the like you can program a hard drive better than flash memory, or maybe you can't program flash memory at all. There's disk CDR. Most stuff have hard drives built in for disks. You know, just like putting in a disk CD-ROM. Um, It's nice to have two hard drives, one for installing games, music, or others, and the other one for backup. It's easier for system upgrades because they can take one out, put in the pieces, and put it back, and you have all your memory. Or you can, like replace ones or transfer your files to the other and upgrade one of them, depending on which one you're using for which. Um, GPU graphics processing unit on a motherboard or in graphics card. Second number on a graphics card refers to the range most often. 3 is low end, 6 is mid, and 8 is high performance. Last two numbers refers to the hierarchy of that range of video cards. So you want to look at the numbers inside your cards. Sometimes the newest one isn't always the best. It's just like it'll just last longer, but it may not be better. You know, people don't like to repair things, and companies may be starting to notice that. Because the faster it works, the more it's working. So, it burns out eventually. But some, you can probably find one that don't. Um, Smaller screen, less powerful card, at least money-wise. Like you don't need like a full resolution and like a 4x4 inch screen because you don't like it's still gonna look like stick figures. Um, PSU power supply unit. Gaming, you want minimum really 500 to 700 watts. Mid is like like 900 watts, and high is like 1350 watts. CPU, central processing unit, basic math of input output, core elements such as memory. If you wanna if you ever have a problem with your computer, and this is just for drastic measures, really, but if you have like a virus or the blue screen of death, maybe this might fix it. Though you're gonna want to save your computer often if you're just planning on using this anyways. A mass restore, or also it's mass deleting, but system restore. Basically, you can do it from the home page, but if you have trouble getting to the home page because you have a virus or something, it'll give you the option to go to that particular setup when your computer is booting up. So that's just a tip. Um, there's a 32-bit and a 64-bit. If you have the higher processing speed for it, 64-bit, you know, more is better. But 4 gigabytes of RAM, you want 64-bit instead of the standard. But if you have like an old computer, go over 32. Basically. In the games I'm talking about for like the mid to high watts and the maybe like 6 gigs of RAM, or 6 gigabytes of RAM, yeah. You're gonna want at least 6 with like 900 watts for like World of Warcraft, League of Legends. You don't need it for League of Legends, but you might want it just to make sure. It's gonna compensate for your internet cost in case you don't have the best internet. But even if you don't have the best internet, if you do have the best internet, don't you want to see you doing well? Guild Wars, Borderlands Online. A good program, if you don't know about it, is Steam. You can get games cheaply on there. That for like Xbox, some computer games, PlayStation, and you can play them all on your computer on Steam. Woohoo! Other than that, a good place where you can build a computer if you don't know how to build a computer, but you know what parts you need now, is iBuyPower.com. More endorsement. That's where I got my last computer. I spent it was a Christmas special. I spent $1,000 on it, flat basically. That thing was awesome. No lag, no problem installing, no anything. It takes like 3 weeks to a month to get to you though. That's the only problem. So if you want a computer now, you know, just go to Best Buy with the information and, you know, buy a computer and buy pieces, and maybe you can like unattach the thing. Another important thing, if you're gonna customize your computer, one size does not fit all. Also, it's insulating a little bit, even though it's like thin plastic and with fans. You might want more fans for our bigger case if you plan on putting more things in and running it at high capacity. But yeah, one case doesn't fit all. There's like medium cases, small cases, and big cases. Know what you're gonna do with your computer. If you're gonna have like 4 hard drives in there, one for music, one for like albums of like photos, one for installs, one for using for like computing, you know, get a big case. Good tip. Thank you. Bye.